All right, we were playing a 300-point game of Clan Wolf versus, what are you again?
Lyran.
The Lyran Commonwealth. I think we're both in Civil War time frame. He claims to be the Lyran Sky Rangers. I brought today 2 Timberwolves, 1 Alpha, 1 Sierra, a Stormcrow Foxtrot, a Pouncer Echo, and a Fenris, and an Ice Ferret Delta. So the Stormcrow Foxtrot has flamers out to long range. I'm not really sure what he's shooting. I think it's some kind of plasma. He's a skill 2. The Pouncer Echo is skill 1. He's the same one from last time. This is the one that uses ATMs. This is a Fenris Delta. It's got an anti-missile system. 4 at short and medium, nothing at long. Also skill 1. This is the Timberwolf Sierra. This is the SRM boat that jumps because he wants to hug you inappropriately. And this is the Timberwolf Alpha. I think this is the Timberwolf that does the most amount of damage at decent ranges. And then we have the Lyran Commonwealth Sky Rangers. We have a Marauder 5 Sierra, skill 2, Sniper, pretty good. We have an awesome 9Q, also skill 2, Energy Boat with an ECM, also Sniper. A Centurion 10 Bravo Brawler, even though his profile is a little confusing to be claimed a Brawler, but he's skill 2, he's got IF, flak, and rear-facing weapons. We have an Argus that is a missile boat with IF2, pretty good damage, and skill 2. He brought 2, I don't even know how to say that kind of battle armor, but they don't have X-Mech. They shoot pretty well. They actually move rather quickly as also. So they have an 8-inch movement. So their TMM is actually 2 because they're tiny and battle armor. But they don't have the ability to jump, so this map may cause them some problems. There's 2 sets of them. And then we have 2 Sparrowhawk 5Ks. They are skill 3 interceptors. They only do damage at short range, but they have point defense of 2. They're also energy boats, so whenever they strafe things, they don't lose damage. Point defense negates 2 points of damage during each round of fire, not for every time it gets shot at, but it gets to straight up negate 2 points of damage unless that source is an energy boat. So we'll see how this goes. The Lyrans won initiative. They won the deployment. They placed their 2 battle armor in the middle of the table, and then deployed their fighters in the outer ring. And then the Clan Wolf decided to put 1 Timberwolf on top of a 4-inch building, or the Stormcrow behind it, and then the other Timberwolf alongside. During deployment, the Intersphere Storats decided to bring in their Argus and Centurion. I'll let you know what happens in the rest of turn 1. At the end of turn 1, we've moved. All of the Intersphere Storats are hiding behind buildings like they should be because the Honorable Clan Wolf is advancing. And Clan Wolf has decided to go, we're going to go over here. Sorry, Pouncer. Please don't die. That green spot in the middle of that lake we're using as level 2, depth 2 for the purposes. We don't have to measure out distances all the time. So if the Pouncer decides to walk in there, he has a level change and he's completely obscured from everybody else that's not in the water. So that might not be a terrible thing. We'll see. And then all these guys are... The Timberwolf Sierra is on top of that building because he likes jumping right now, and he's a skill 1 pilot, so whenever he jumps, he becomes a skill 3 pilot because you add 2 in jumping. And then the fast battle armor decided to move, and they wanted to embark in the building, but they didn't have enough space. They didn't have enough range. And if they do get inside that building, I'm going to have to kill the building to get to them. So we may have to figure out how to shoot at buildings and break stuff that way. But yeah, here we are.
They walk a little longer.
All right, so we are at the bottom of turn 2. The Pouncer and the Argus decided to shoot at each other. The Argus's shot hit, the Pouncer missed. The 2 Timberwolves over there also fired at the Argus. Only the Alpha landed. He overheated to do so, which is going to cause the Argus to flee. The Alpha is at 1 heat. The Argus has how much structure left? 1 point of structure left. So if he could have overheated by 2, the Argus would straight up be dead. Or if either of the other 2 mechs that shot at it had hit, then it would be dead. The Pouncer and the Timberwolf Sierra needed 9s. The Alpha needed an 8. The Stormcrow shot at an airplane, did hit with 3 points of damage, 2 of which were negated because of point defense, and that Stormcrow is not an energy boat, so 2 points were just gone. So he landed for 1 point of damage. The threshold on a Sparrowhawk is 2, but the Stormcrow landed for 2 points of heat on that airplane, which means its control roll just went up by 2. The Ice Ferret smoked one of the infantry, where this guy is in the building at level 2 and probably going to stay there for most of the game. The Awesome landed his shot on the Stormcrow, and so did the infantry. So the Stormcrow is running. The Ice Ferret is 4 points from dead. The Stormcrow is 1 point from dead. And
IF from the...
And then IF from the Centurion brought the Stormcrow down to a single point of structure left. The Marauder decided to hit the Ice Ferret, which is why he's in trouble. The Awesome fired at the Stormcrow, so we had... Oh, and then both of the airplanes fired at the... what are they? What is that? The Ice Ferret. And one was successful, one was not. The Marauder missed his target. Otherwise, the Ice Ferret would be dead. And that was turn 2. Here comes turn 3, where the Inner Sphere has initiative. We just did the control roll for the Sparrowhawk. He needed a 7. He rolled a 6, so the Sparrowhawk falls 1 more ring closer to the ground, and he's in the inner ring, which means he just hit the ground, and he's dead now. So, that means Clan Wolf killed something this turn. Actually, we killed 2 somethings. We killed 1 Sparrowhawk, 1 set of infantry, and then he was 1 point from dying. However, the Pouncer is 2 points from dying, the Ice Ferret is 4 points from dying, and the Stormcrow is 1 point from dying, where the 2 Timberwolves are like, come at me, bro. Bottom of turn 3. We are at a dead Pouncer, a dead Fenris, a dead infantry, dead Sparrowhawk. The Centurion has taken 4 points of damage. The Awesome and the Marauder have not taken damage. The Argus is still fleeing. The Stormcrow is still fleeing. The Centurion took 4 points of damage from the Ice Ferret. The Marauder killed the Ice Ferret. The Sparrowhawk tagged the Pouncer for deadly damage and hit the Alpha, which is the all-red Timberwolf, for some damage. Missed the Sierra Timberwolf. The Timberwolf and the Pouncer tagged the Sparrowhawk and killed it. This Timberwolf fired into that building and actually was able to hit the infantry and do enough damage to kill the infantry. The building soaked 4 points of damage, the infantry took 3, and that's all they could take because the Alpha does 7 points of damage without overheating. But he is still running hot for this round. Did I miss anything? Okay, the Awesome decided not to move because we forgot to move him. And then the Marauder just stepped out and went, bang, you're dead. Bottom of turn 4. The Inner Sphere tried to bait the Clan Wolf by putting the Awesome out in the open and then bringing the Marauder out from hiding and puts it in the corner. The Centurion is still using cover and firing via IF. Both of the Timberwolves are now running hot by 1. They both landed their hits, dealt 14 damage total to the Awesome, and straight up killed it. The Marauder fired at the Stormcrow, missed. The Awesome fired at the Timberwolf Alpha, which is the one that had partial cover. Took a gamble and lost. And then the Centurion also fired at the Alpha, but was able to land his hit. So the Alpha took 1 point of damage this turn. And that was the bottom of turn 4. We are to turn 5 now. All right, so both of the Timberwolves decided to engage with the Marauder. The Marauder and the Centurion both missed their shots at the Alpha Timberwolf. The Sierra hit, the Alpha missed. The Alpha rolled cat eyes. So he's like, oh, that's what that button does. But the Sierra overheated by 1, which is why he has 2 of these wonderful heat tokens that are not actually heat tokens. They're actually stress tokens from X-Wing, but I don't play X-Wing anymore, but I still have tokens. That was round 5?
Yes.
Yes, that was 5. During round 5, you'll also notice that the Stormcrow is off of the table because he had plenty of movement to climb up 2 vertical hills, and then still had excess movement because he moves 12. So yeah, there it is. Okay, the final stage of the battle. The Marauder tries to hit the Alpha Timberwolf and misses. The Sierra jumps behind the Marauder and kills it. The Alpha Timberwolf moves into the Centurion's blind spot, which is not in the rear arc and not in the front arc. So the Centurion cannot return fire, but the Timberwolf has arc and range and all the other fun things and kills. These 2 Timberwolves finish off the, what were they called? You are the Lyran.
12th Sky Rangers.
12th Sky Rangers falls to Clan Wolf. And that was the end of our